So the next point is the physical title check. This is my favorite, the physical title check. It's my favorite, but it's also the most concerning. It is also the most challenged by sellers and brokers, but it's purely, truly the most important point, I think. Physical title check. There is a seller telling you that I have a copy of the title and giving you a photocopy. There is a broker telling you to win a copy, or the block number, plot number. So you have not been rushed. They are giving you your time. They are letting you do all the checks. You searched in lands. Lands was okay. You did national ID check. National ID check was okay. You checked transfer form in Ministry of Lands. It was okay. Now you feel you're ready, right? Say you pay at this point because all the checks have been okay. You pay and you tell the man, let's meet at the bank. I've paid you. Give me my title. Oh, the title is at the money lenders. The title is at the bank. Tugende mu bank bagikwata kukyapa ky'ennyumba mortgage. Let's go to the bank. Money lender has it. Money lender let him have a copy, but the title itself is with the money lender. What are you going to do? Start looking for the money lender. Money lender said, "Sasula." Now you have paid the man your millions of shillings. You want him to get that money and give it to the money lender. But he already cheated the money lender. That's why the money lender has the title. That's why the man is coming to you to sell you air. The man has disappeared. Money lender cannot give you the title. You're out of millions of shillings. Just because you didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4. Just because you did 4 of the 13 traps. You checked only 4 of the 13. If you had checked number 5, you would not have fallen for this. Number 5 is the physical title check. Any seller of property is more than willing to show you the copy of the title, the hard copy. Remember, the original is in Ministry of Lands. Everyone has a copy. A Twitter title yettaka is a copy, really. Technically, it is a copy. The original is at Ministry of Lands, okay? So, omuntu atunda ettaka who is genuine has no issue in showing you the copy of the title. Bw'aba atya for any reason, you never know. But if they're scared, you can go. The seller, can arrange and take their title to a place that they are comfortable showing it to you. It could be at the lawyer's office, it could be at their home, it could be at the bank, it could be anywhere. A place that they are comfortable showing you the title. But you as the buyer, you have to physically see, touch, experience, and feel, engage this paper document. It's imperative. At this point, they will have to be truthful to you and tell you the title is with the money lender. The title is at the bank. The title is wherever the title may be, or here is the title. Come to my office, I'll show you the title. Go to my lawyers, they'll show you the title. Go. It has to be physically present and you have to check it. But when you check it, what are you checking? Not just the document, but what are you actually checking? So, first, remember, John Mukisa is John Mukisa, not Mukisa John. So you have your search letter from Ministry of Lands, you have your copy of the national ID, the names are tallying, first name, last name, etc. Block number, plot number, etc. The size of land, the location, everything is tallying well. Get these 2 documents, juxtaposition them with the actual title, physical, and make sure that they are matching. The plot size is the plot size. The acreage is the same. The name is the same. Location is the same. Everything is matching. Make sure that it is all matching. Ate ekirala abantu kye batakola, which I want to give you, this is additional insight. Gano ga bwereere. You have to inspect what you expect. If you're buying a plot in a new development, you expect that the title is going to be newer. So when you're doing your physical title check, you have to inspect that title to see that it is what you expect. Bw'ogenda n'ogamba nti I'm going to buy a title in an older, a much more developed neighborhood, Kololo, center of town, this neighborhood, Naguru, Bukoto, Acacia. If you buy Kololo, Nakasero, if you're buying a plot in one of these areas, these are older established neighborhoods, right? That tells you that the title you're going to get is going to be old. Ngurupapula lwakaddiwa, old. So if you're buying a plot of land in a developed and older neighborhood, and you find that the title you're being given is new, you have to put a question mark, because it is not what you expect from that neighborhood. Ezo title zaakaddiwa dda, they have been carbon dated, they have been oxidized, they have been empapula nkadde, compared to if you're buying in Nigeria, in Chira, in Buwate, in Gaza Roads, right? Those are newer developments. The plots are new, demarcations are new, titles are going to be new and modern titles. Ezitali mu Kololo, Nakasero, Muyenga, you understand? So, if you're buying in an old established neighborhood, the title you expect to see is going to be older. It cannot be faked. It cannot be faked. Olupapula olukadde ojja tulaba carbonation happens, oxidation happens. You cannot photocopy and make it on Rome Street. Tekiriyo. So you have to inspect what you expect, and when you actually inspect, ensure that what you're looking at is what you expect. The physical title check is imperative. Okay? Tonnaba kusasula. Tonnaba. Now, if you're excited at this point, oh, they are not putting me under pressure. The land search is okay. National ID check is okay. Transfer form is okay. Even the physical title check is okay. But now let's pay. Let me teach you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are 5 things that we have seen. Okay? We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 left before I can authorize you to pay for that plot. Don't do anything yet. Have your checklist and check. Tebakupapia, the land will be there, the plot will be there. The plots are many. The plots are many. Don't rush. Okay? After the physical title check, the next thing that you want to check is to ensure that you use surveyors. Banange, don't skimp on surveyors. The lack of using surveyors is actually the origin of people, selling and buying air. This is because they did not use a surveyor. Let me tell you the story, a small story about the importance of using a surveyor. Olulalanga, we go to buy a piece of land. The land is half an acre. When we arrived at the land, at the plot, the location, it was obvious that this was a perfect plot. Straight, wall, just entrance for the car. Perfect. Of course, with us in Landsend Homes, we do all these checks and more. Natuuka ku kifo, opened my boot, threw my drone up, high altitude view. The drone captured pictures, captured everything, GPS positioning, location, everything gridded together, sent it to the phone. Look at it. Nga tuli awo n'omuguzi amanyanga n'omutunzi. The man was mesmerized by the technology we're using, right? Nemugamba sebo, you can see everything is here, right? Okay, so pack up our things and we go. We go to Ministry of Lands. The surveyor goes to the Ministry of Lands, pulls up the maps that Ministry of Lands have, accesses the system, and does his thing. Turns out, that the location where we went, because we had the GPS positioning of it with a high altitude drone, the location where we were is not the location which was on the title. Title, ebeerako map, kamaapu ako akatono ako, tells you and the surveyor exactly where your plot is, and they mark it. The map is there with a pen marking where your plot is. So, if our plot is up here on the map, it is up here. Where we were standing is down here. Do you understand? The plot on the paper that we have searched for and done the tests is here. The physical plot where we were with the surveyor and the seller is here, according to the Ministry of Lands. Now, if you were a person who had not used the surveyor, if you're a person who had not used Landsend Homes Limited to help you in checking this, if you're a person who was eager to buy, Goya sente zikusiwa, if you had reached on that plot, you would have paid. There is no doubt you would have paid. It was so well done, so well orchestrated, so well everything. You would have paid. The importance of the surveyor is to ensure that there is no encroachment, they open boundaries, ensure that the location that you have gone to is the location on your map. In fact, what we do, we use 2 surveyors, 1 to build redundancy and 2 to cross-check each other. 1, we take physically to the place and tell us if this is the location using your system. Another, we give just the map and tell him, genda yo, tusisinkane sawa 8 ku site. Now it is upon the surveyor to trace the location of this plot. Bwe zituuka sawa 8 nga ndi ku site nga surveyor simulaba, manya yempewo. At times the seller can collude with your own surveyor, because you're not going to be standing there the whole time when the surveyor is doing the checks etc. Oyinza ogendako wano oba n'okyukako wano oba n'ogala let me buy a bottle of water, and then the seller comes and puts something in the surveyor's ear. Before you know it, the surveyor declares everything is well and good. Kumbe, mpeo. And the surveyor gets a cut and goes. We use 2 surveyors to avoid this. Counter-check each other, build redundancies, checks and balances, different methods. 1 we take and show here, check here. Another one we say, go there, we shall meet at this time, make sure you're there. If that one checks out and this one checks out, then we know it is okay. Why do we have to do this? Unfortunately, we have not yet developed, Uganda as a country, we have not yet developed to use the GPS system like other developed countries do. Some others do. With some others, you will, in the national real estate system, the Ministry of Lands, they have GPS positioning, like you have Google, right? They have GPS positioning for each and every plot and subdivision, each one in the whole country. So they just give you the GPS coordinates. Tolwa, you put it in your Google Drive, you put it on your Google Maps, you drive. This is the GPS that you're buying, is here. You just drive, not look out. Surveyor bamusalamu. Actually, omulimu gwa surveyor is now in assessing the GPS coordinates, correcting them, ensuring data maintenance, but not opening boundaries. No. We shall get there. We shall get there. Right now in KCCA, before it was just the name, PO box, father's name, etc., etc. as identifiers. But now in KCCA, they put the national ID number. Remember I was telling you the importance of the national ID number. Now they put the national ID number. If the national ID number is wrong, you can't have the title transferred in your name. They are putting QR codes, serial numbers. They're aiming to, you know, it's getting better and better. Development, progress, which is good. We will not, otherwise, if these systems were up and running very well, we would not need 13 checks. It is a hassle for me to check 13 layers of security for buying just one plot. Or we are buying 100 plots at the same time. How are we going to do it? It's incredibly inefficient, but this is what we have to do for the time being. When the system has been upgraded, of course, people in Ministry of Lands or KCCA or anywhere will see the video and they will pick up some points on how to improve or to avoid etc., which is fine. I mean, it's knowledge sharing, community service, giving back, etc. But this is what we have to do for now as the systems are being updated in the different government departments. Okay? Okay, so this is the importance of the surveyor. You have to use surveyors, 2 at a minimum. The cost of doing all these things is nothing. It is negligible compared to the value of what you're getting. Puloti ne bw'ebeera ya miliyoni 5, puloti ne bw'ebeera ya kawumbi, puloti ne bw'ebeera nga ya buwumbi 10, obuwumbi 5, please do these steps. If you feel 5 million is little money, and yet you're looking to buy a plot of 5 million, then I wager and I argue that that 5 million is not little. It might be little compared to a Mugaga who has more, but to you, it is not. It is your life savings. So please, do the checks. Even the 100 million might look a lot to you, but to the Mugaga who is buying, maybe it is not. But also then, please, do these checks. If you're willing to give your money away as charity, then don't. If you don't have time, call us. We will do it for you. We will do it for you. But by all means, do it. Do the checks. Okay? The next point is, okay, let's go back through the list. They are not rushing you. You did your search in lands, everything was okay. You did your national ID check, everything okay. You checked the transfer form, transfer was done well within Ministry of Lands, no issues there. You have done the physical title check, you've looked at the physical title, the title looks okay. You've engaged the surveyor, bagambye ekintu kyekyo ettaka gye liri si mpewo. The seller tells you, Katino Sasula, you've checked everything, now pay. No, please, no. We're just approaching the halfway mark of these tests. Please don't fall for these trips. Don't be rushed. N'ebyo byonna okebera byaki basaveya bagenda kulyako sente za bwereere ekyapa wakikebedde dda gyekiri amanya ageego nkikulaze n'okikulaga national ID nagikuwa naawe notobe muguzi simanyi oli mufere olina kyobaza olina ki. They will guilt trip you, they'll make you feel stupid, they'll try and push you, put you under pressure. Do not fall for it. It's all noise and hot air. The only thing you tell them is, boss, bw'oba toyagala nkebera ebintu byenkebera ettaka litunde twawukane kati, mbuulira twawukane kati ettaka liguze omulala, amataka mangi, naye bw'oba oyagala kunguza, let me do my check. The same way I give you the money, you want to count it to ensure nti zeezo si kyo. Oyagala nkuwe buwi ekisawo kya sente nkugambe zeezo ntambule ngende? No, oyagala zibala with a money counting machine or in the bank to ensure that it is genuine and it is complete and it is full that you want, right? Yes. Okay then. Give me time to do my check as well. You have to show them that you're ready to go, to buy something else. But make take a pressure, right? Okay. The next one is the bank transfer. Of course, if it is a small amount of money that you can pay off in cash and have someone count in cash at a banking center, banking hall, etc., that's fine. You could do a cash transaction. But if the transaction is big, you're buying a plot of land, it's in the hundreds or tens of millions of dollars, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars, sente zotayinza kutuula onoobala. The number one recommendation is that you do a bank transfer. Make a bank transfer. The account that you're transferring to, listen to this very well. The account that you're transferring to has to be the seller's account. It has to be in the seller's names. John Mukisa on the search letter in lands should match John Mukisa on the national ID, should match John Mukisa on the transfer form, should match John Mukisa on the physical title, should match John Mukisa bank account. Not John Mukisa's account, not John Mukisa's mother, not John Mukisa's wife, John Mukisa himself. And when you're going to do the bank transfer, go in the bank, get the transfer form from the bank teller. Give the transfer form to the seller. An empty form, give it to the seller. Tell the seller, write your name in the receiving side, right? Write your name. Put your account number there, right? Put the amount we have agreed. He has to write in his own names. Why? Any mistake that you make means you lose all your money. If the account number ends in 666777555 and you write 666777554, that's not John Mukisa's account. But if John Mukisa writes it that way, that's not on you. It's on John Mukisa. So John Mukisa has to write his name, his account number, he has to fill his where the money is going. He has to fill it in directly himself. Okay? He has to. And the account has to be in his name. Why? We're looking for money trail. We are putting together paper trail. Because John Mukisa tomorrow might wake up and claim something that you are not thinking about right now. But you have these 13 checks and paper trails to ensure that you sold to or you bought from John Mukisa. So it is imperative that the name on the account is John Mukisa's. John Mukisa writes his own account details, where the money is going to go. He fills it out. He writes the exact amount that he expects in words and in shillings. And then he hands the form back to you. Now, at this point, you fill out where your money is coming from. Your account number, etc., etc., etc. Once you finish filling it out, you hand it, of course, to the bank teller. Bank teller implements. Bank transfer. With bank transfer, there is no sente tezaweze, sente zabichukuli, teziweddeeyo. No, it's electronic, it's instant. Now the banks, the clearing house in Uganda is extremely efficient. You pay someone in the morning, a few hours later, they already have their money. If it is interbank, it is even instant. There is no excuse. It is equivalent to cash, same day cash, but yet the most secure and the cheapest in terms of cost and stress to implement. Bank transfer in the seller's names.